Yes, all right. And welcome back to the Arsenal podcast. Of course, my name is Kosi, and we are back with the Arsenal news. So much to talk about. So much to talk about. Mesut Ozil is in talks with Arsenal to cancel his contract. He wants 13 million, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is injured. I told you that game against Sheffield United, that tackle, that was a straight red card, and it must have affected him so much. So he's up, he has pulled out of the Gabon squad, so he will not be playing with them in Lisbon. That game they have, it's really not the best of news, not the best of news. So I start with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and then we'll discuss more about Mesut Ozil, right? Now, Aubameyang is injured. He has a sprained injury, and he might miss out on that game against Manchester City. It's really frightening because, first and foremost, Kian has to quarantine. He has to self-isolate for almost how many days does he have to self-isolate? I think 14 days, according to the Scottish, FA. Kian has to be out for 14 days. Now, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is also injured. This is really getting worse. It's really getting worse. And, this is a time when Arsenal really need, these players. We have a couple of games coming up. We have very hard games coming up. Very hard games coming up. Aubameyang needs to be fit. We need to have Aubameyang right now. We need to have Aubameyang. This is a time when we need Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang more than ever. Now, he's injured. You don't know what to think about. You don't know what to think about. We don't have a good player. We don't have a good front as good as Aubameyang. Nobody, absolutely nobody, is as good as Aubameyang up front at Arsenal. Lacazette cannot give you the 20 plus goals. Nketiah cannot give you those 20 plus goals. The player who would outtrust to play where Aubameyang, to succeed Aubameyang, would be Gabriel Martinelli. He's coming back at least not less than not before the end of this year. So it's really getting worse, and I want your opinions on this. Tell me, what do you think about Aubameyang's injury? Where does it put Arsenal? Because I know he has not been scoring in the last 3 games. He has not scored any goal in the last 3 games. You guys understand that, right? He has not scored any goal for us in the last 3 games, but we need him on the pitch every single match day, especially in this crazy hell of games that we are going to be having. We need him on a daily basis. You have Manchester City, you have Leicester City, you have Manchester United, you have so many hard games. We need Aubameyang, and right now he's out. Who is going to replace Aubameyang? No one, absolutely no one. So it's really bad news. I think that's the biggest the biggest news in the camp. He is injured, and we have to wait for the reports to see whether he's going to be recovering. But of course, like I said, thank you for joining me once again on the show, and give me your opinions there in the comment box. The other story is about Mesut Ozil. He is in talks. He is in talks with Arsenal to cancel his contract after it was confirmed that Mikel Arteta is not going to give him a chance. Fellow Gunners, I want to ask this question on this live show. Should we give Mesut Ozil another chance? Do you think Ozil deserves another chance at Arsenal, especially in this season where we have introduced Thomas Partey, we have introduced a CDM? This is basic. This is basic. He's the best creative player we have. He's the best creative midfielder you have in the side. Our problem is creativity. Do we need to cancel his contract? Or should we, in the same way, think about it and we're like, this is a scenario, this is a position where we need Mesut Ozil more. Yes, I know he's getting big wages he's getting big wages on Arsenal, and maybe Stan Kroenke and all those financial constraints. Yes, I understand. But he is the solution. He is the player we need. He has always been that missing piece at Arsenal. He has always been that missing piece. The creativity, we have been crying for creativity this season, and he's the player we wanted on the pitch. You have Thomas Partey, you have Granit Xhaka. All you need, you have a box to box literally, and you have a CDM now. What you want is that man that can make that final pass. He's not going to chase around for the ball. He's not going to fight for the ball. That is not what's bringing him. What's bringing him on the pitch is to make that final pass, create more chances for Lacazette, create more chances for Aubameyang, and I think he can do that comfortably because he's a wonder kid. He's a wonderful player, absolutely wonderful. And I want all your opinions on this. I'm going to be taking much of your opinions. What do you think about Mesut Ozil's career ending at Arsenal? Right now, when we do not have enough midfielders and we even don't have enough creativity, should it be the time when we decide against keeping our own and our best creative player? Because he is the most technically gifted player at Arsenal. I want to say this on this show, and I will never take it back. The most technically gifted player at Arsenal is Mesut Ozil. The most talented player on that pitch is Mesut Ozil. In that squad is Mesut Ozil. No one is as talented as Mesut Ozil. No one is as technically gifted as Mesut Ozil. Right now, we are in talks to cancel his contract, and he wants 13 million. Which I think Arsenal is really going to pay. But the creativity, the squad depth, we need, I don't know why we are letting go of the, of the players we need. If Lucas Torreira went to Atletico Madrid on loan and we brought in Thomas Partey, and the two deals, were not in any way connected because Stan Kroenke bought for us Thomas Partey, it rings in my head. It rings in my head that maybe we should have kept Lucas Torreira as well. Because now Aubameyang is injured. You think about it, who is the backup to Aubameyang? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Now, if Thomas Partey gets injured, who is the backup to Thomas Partey? Nobody, because the only player who would be the best backup to Thomas Partey, Lucas Torreira, is now is out on loan. And now we don't have one creative midfielder that reaches the caliber and quality of Mesut Ozil, and we are letting him go right now. Are we serious? Are we being serious? It's a question humbly. I'm asking it humbly. Are we really serious? Is it time for Mesut Ozil to get out of Arsenal? I remember we were so happy, at least I was. I was so happy when we were signing him almost, I think that was 7 years ago. Very happy. 42 million pounds under Arsene Wenger. And he did his job to some point. He did his job to some point. He was not going to, lift that, old crap club alone. So he needed a lot of support. The support we didn't have, you guys know that. We never had we never had enough support from Stan Kroenke. We never had enough support from the board. Those are the players that have been at Arsenal, and you think they have a mark on the team. They have a mark somewhere on the team. I want to get your opinions on this. What do you think about Mesut Ozil departure at Arsenal? Smash up the like button. I want to get in your comments, and I want you guys to smash up the like button. Who do you think will replace Mesut Ozil? Because definitely, if you're letting him go, you gotta replace him. Danny Ceballos is not the quality of Mesut Ozil, and I hope Mikel Arteta knows this. Because when we have Thomas Partey and we have Granit Xhaka, my fears defensive-wise are gone. We have one of the best defenses now in the Premier League. After having a spell with one of the worst defenses, we have corrected it. Now we have one of the best defense lines in the Premier League. We have a good defensive midfield. We need someone to do the easy thing, create those little chances, create 5 chances in a game. Ozil does that with that structure behind him. With that kind of structure behind him, he will do that. Why don't we let him? Why don't we let him stay at the club, play a couple of games, in the season, feature in the Premier League, and let his contract expire. Go in the summer and then sign any player, whether Benrahma or Asamoah. I wouldn't care, as long as it's a creative midfielder. But right now, because we did bring in Asamoah, we did bring in any other creative midfielder. The best thing for us to do would have been, getting in Mesut Ozil back into the squad. I thought that's what Mikel Arteta would think about doing. But he has kept him, kicked him out of the Europa League squad. He has not given him any game in the Carabao Cup this season. That only shows you that it's time up for this man. But is this time up for Ozil? Are we really sure that he doesn't really have, need to stay? Are we really sure that, we don't need anything anymore from Mesut Ozil? It's a big question. And as we answer it, we got to be very careful in our minds. Is it time for Mesut Ozil? Is it time to say goodbye? Yes, we can give him, 13 million, cancel his contract, and, he goes. But where does it leave us? Okay, if we are going to use Danny Ceballos as our number 10, think about Danny Ceballos injured. Who comes on the pitch? Guedes is out on loan with Hertha Berlin. Smith Rowe, Jose Willock, that same old crap again. I thought, when you have a player like Aubameyang, you have Gabriel, you have Partey, you have Leno, that quality only scares the opponent. Only that quality scares the opponent. You just need another player with a big name like Mesut Ozil, and people are going to know the Arsenal is coming for us. We are going to play the Arsenal. You get me? Because literally, Ozil is a big name. You guys know that. No doubts of that. No questions about that. Beyond reasonable doubt, he's a big name, and he makes Arsenal a feared side. If he played just two games this season, you would see all over YouTube, all over Twitter, the thumbnails in pre-match watch-alongs would have Mesut Ozil there because he's a big name, almost bigger than any other player at Arsenal there, bigger than any other Arsenal player. But I don't know. I don't get it. If we fail to sell him in the summer, well and good. Let him stay. Let him, Mikel Arteta, give him some chance. Give him some time to play. He has something to offer to this club. He has something to offer. Leave alone the attitude. We have seen so many players who don't, chase around the ball. We have seen so many players who don't do that. They don't chase around for the ball. They don't. But the quality remains. The quality remains. If you ask yourself how many tackles has Kevin De Bruyne won at Manchester City, you'll get shocked. But he has 30, 40 assists. They expect 50 assists. They expect him to involve in 50 goals per season. That's what you want Mesut Ozil for. That's what you want Mesut Ozil for. You want him to create 25 chances for Aubameyang, 25 chances for Lacazette, 25 chances for Pepe. Those are 75 chances created. If these lads can only score 50 goals out of that, you have a front three that has scored 50 goals. What do you want? We've got to learn from these other clubs around us. Everton have that James Rodriguez man. He doesn't fight for the ball. James never fights for the ball. And all of us thought, he was not Premier League material. He would not play in the Premier League because of that, kind of, thinking weird. What is he doing right now? He's absolutely banging everybody. So for me, I think it is high time we brought in a player like Mesut Ozil into this squad. It is very visible. I don't know whether Mikel Arteta wants to accept it or he doesn't want to accept it. It's very visible that Ozil's, importance, Ozil's role is there at Arsenal to play. Ceballos cannot play that. He won't give us that. He's not going to create 60 chances in this EPL season. He ain't. Ozil can. We need the Chess Fabregas to roll back, and Ozil can give it to us. I disagree right now with cancelling his contract. If we wanted to sell him, we should have sold him long time ago. Sell him off, get in Haussemawa, or get in Benrahma, get in someone who could actually replace him in that squad. We know there is a creativity hole that is needing, that needs to be filled at Arsenal, but someone is ignoring it, and it's gonna cost us somewhere. You see, Aubameyang is not scoring. We are not creating enough chances. And all of us are asking, why isn't Aubameyang scoring goals? But the truth, we know the reason that's why Aubameyang is not scoring goals is because the chances created in the game are very few. So obviously, Ozil's role is really needed. Smash up the likes, 20 likes smashed is really low. 157 people watching. Smash up the like button. I want to get you guys your opinions now. I want to get in your opinions. Is there a possibility of signing any players? The possibility is still there because the transfer window ends, on 16th October. So the possibility of signing more players is there. And we are linked with a couple of them, by the way. Brentford's Benrahma is one of the players we need. And then Norwich's Emiliano Buendia is the other. Both of them are creative players, but I think we'll be looking out on sending people out on loan other than bringing in. But this the opportunity to sign more players is there. Thank you so much, Ruben. Will Arsenal sign any player now? I'm not really sure. Like I said, we are linked with 2 more players. Probably we might bring in Buendia or Benrahma, but there isn't much genuine interest. Line for me Arsenal lineup. Okay, if I've always gone for a 4-2-3-1 ever since we got Thomas Partey. So I'll go for Van Leno in goal because it's the best choice, David Luiz, Gabriel Magalhaes, Kian Tierney, and then I would go for Ainsley Maitland-Niles, but of course it's Hector Bellerin is the first choice for Mikel Arteta, right? The midfield, Thomas Partey joins Granit Xhaka as the 2 pivot midfielders. In front of them, I would introduce Dani Ceballos as the number 10 on the right wing, Willian on the left wing. Willian on the right wing is Pepe, and then the striker would be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. There. Thank you so much, Ruben. Are we still making signings? I think that will depend. That will depend so much. I don't think Arsenal is going to be signing so many other players right in. Is Ozil going now? I think if he reaches an agreement between him and the club, he will leave the club. Guys, smash up the likes. Let us get them to 50 right now. Let us get them to 50. 130 people watching. Let us get them to 50 likes. We must sign Benrahma. We must sign Benrahma. We need a player who can give us that extra quality, going forward. Bro, talk about expect news about signing. Really, the players we need, we expect to sign right now. That there isn't much. There isn't much news about who Arsenal is going to bring in and who Arsenal is not going to bring in. However, I can guarantee that I'll be dropping a transfer video every day. It's either going to be a live show or it will be a video. So I'll drop one on a daily basis. Thank you. Kopol says, he wouldn't push out Messi Ozil. Yes, Ozil must get a chance, please. This is Sakaria. Thank you so much, Sakaria. You think which position will be us? No, this is Ruben. Well, after bringing in Thomas Partey, I think our midfield, improves so much. And if you ask me, can Arsenal finish in the top 4? Yes. So I think we can fight as much as we can to go into position 4. But it's gonna be a big battle, like I say. It's gonna be a big battle for us to finish in position 4. And the players that could have helped us to finish in top 4, they're the Mesut Ozils. That's the quality. That's the quality of players that takes you to top 4 because they know what to do. They know how to do it. They are playing at the topmost level. They have been at Real Madrid. They have been in the Champions League. They have been in Germany. They have been, he has played in the World Cup. He knows what to do. Okay. There we go. Ozil is the best creative creative in front of Xhaka. But trust me, thank you so much, Zakaria. He's the most suited player to play in front of those 2. We would smash clubs. If we had Ozil creating for Aubameyang, we would smash clubs. He plays like a Brazilian, and he makes me forget that he's German, Turkish, something. Ozil, no, bad decision by Arteta. I think it's a bad decision, and I think there are times I've disagreed with Mikel Arteta this season. One, letting William Saliba go out on loan, I disagree. When David Luiz gets injured, we are gonna get problems. When David Luiz gets to his worst, and we need to kick him out of that squad, we are gonna get problems. Smash up the like button. Smash up the likes. Let's get to 50 as soon as possible. Make sure you've smashed the like button. Let us get them to 50 as soon as possible. I like the play for Mesut Ozil. He's creative in our midfield, very creative. Very, very creative player. It's going to be very upset that we're going to lose such a player. Trust me. It's going to be so upset that we lose such a player. You know, in stupid joking things. It's going to be hurting. Ozil's exit will be worse than Suarez. This is Alvin. You know, I think when he goes, Arsenal is going to feel the importance of having such a player, and we will not have the opportunity to bring him back. How I wish we could go for a player like Mario Götze before we could kick him out. He was a free transfer. He was a free agent. I don't know why Mikel Arteta is like this. Maybe he doesn't need a number 10, probably. Yeah, Ozil can now perform well, given the mid will now be more stable. Trust me. Thank you so much, Omar. I love the comment. Ruben says, how many players can start on Manchester United squad and Chelsea? You guys are back at it again. I know I love these conversations. But I think in Arsenal, how many players will start in that Manchester United squad? Leno will start because he's better than any other goalkeeper at Manchester United. You know that right now. Kian Tierney will start. He's better than any left back at Manchester United. Gabriel Magalhaes will start because he's better than any defender at Manchester United. Those are three so far. Thomas Partey will start because he's better than any defensive midfielder, better than any midfielder, defensive midfielder of Manchester United. Aubameyang will start there in that team. Aubameyang will start, and hopefully Willian can also start because Rashford. I don't think Rashford starts ahead of Willian. So we have almost 6 players that can even play in that Manchester United squad. In the Chelsea squad, it's a little bit tricky. Stu Banleno would start in goal. If I was to fit in, the Arsenal players in the Chelsea squad, Banleno would fit in. No Chelsea goalkeeper is better than Banleno. They are Ben Chilwell and Kian Tierney. If I look at both of them, who's better? I think the difference is quite slim. In the defense, I think all our defenders start in that Chelsea defense. All our defenders start in that Chelsea defense. Be it David Luiz, be it Gabriel Magalhaes, be it Rob Holding. That Chelsea defense looks like kids who have been hit by rain. They're so fragile. We have a better defense as Chelsea. You know that. Right back, I don't think we have right back. I wouldn't dare touch their right back. Thomas Partey starts there. It starts with N'Golo Conte, so I'll push out Jorginho in this case, and then up front, Aubameyang starts ahead of any Chelsea forward. You know that. I think those are the players that could actually start in Manchester United and Chelsea squads. Ozil exit will be the worst insurance. This is Alvin. Most playmaker of Arsenal was the most. I don't know why Messi does. I don't know what he did to Mikel Arteta. I don't know what he did. Is it his attitude? Because I know, the problem is with with his attitude. As a manager, you gotta handle that. You don't push out the player. You gotta handle that. I would love to see Ozil on the pitch. Ozil is the best. Lukman, thank you so much, Lukman. Sakaria says that we need Ozil. We are 100%. We need Ozil. No one is the best midfielder than Ozil. I think this is a big mistake by Arsenal again. Trust me, it is. It is. Smash up the like button, guys. Smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. Hit the notification bell after subscribing. But before you do that, hit the like button. 26 likes are very small. Hit the like button right now. Let us get it to as many as we can. Let us get them to as many as we can. Hit the like button as soon as possible. Arsenal should keep Ozil or it should get Benrahma if it's not that. Okay. That is Steve. Thank you so much, Steve. Kosi, if Ozil would have to accept the pay cut, it could be much better. You know that. But now we need him. But now we need him. But we cannot put up with these attitudes. Maybe we let him go and get one like him on the next transfer. This is Isaiah. Thank you so much, Isaiah. Ozil wasn't there when we needed him. He should have stood for the team, but decided to flex his muscles against the team. This is Robert Mobisa. Thank you so much, Mobisa, for your comment. Absence of Mesut Ozil in the field caused Arsenal a defeat. This is Kamara. there. Alan says, I am the opinion to let Ozil go, especially when a coach is not seeing future in you. Okay. AYM FIFA is about playing against City. He's injured. Now we have to wait for the for the freaky Arsenal updates, which really come so late because Arsenal really gives us updates so late. We have to keep up with the rumors, but I'll be keeping you posted. Arsenal are not serious at all. We have one of the best creative midfielders in the world in our squad, and he's not playing. Just annoying. That is Alimi. Thank you so much, Alimi, my man. Mugambi says Mr. Ozil is totally doing nothing. Plus the salary he's earning per week is a laughing matter. Let him go. Let him go. All right, Mugambi, thank you so much. Steve says an Arsenal. Stop counting on Ceballos because I'm not in an Arsenal player because it's not an Arsenal player, bro. We should sign our players. Brentford offered us a player at a cheap price. Guy advised that young coach of ours. Okay, still I think Danny Ceballos wouldn't really fit the shoes of Mesut Ozil. They are too big. They are too big, way too big. He's the best. He is the best for sure, but I don't know why they are chasing him like that. And I think there's so many problems, attitude, the pay cut, and so he has a lot of we have tried to buy out his contract before in the summer, but it did work out. We have tried to sell him out in the summer again, but it didn't work out. Probably this time we might succeed in pushing him out, pushing out one of the our best players in the squad. Okay. Ricky Dawson says Arsenal needs to play. Ozil needs to play. Arteta needs to humble himself, show respect to Mesut, and choose his battles more wisely. Ozil is right to demand full payment of his contract upon release. It's true. Thank you so much, Ricky Dawson. Ozil should have stayed at Arsenal rather than let him go because we don't have a creative midfielder. And our problem has always been creating chances. I hope Mikel Arteta knows this. Our problem has always been creating chances. And nobody in that Arsenal board, in that Arsenal coaching team can say no to that. Our problem has been creating chances, and we needed Ozil to correct that. The guy is good despite his attitude. Very good, very good. I know he has problems with his attitude. He feels himself. He doesn't want to fight for the ball. He loses the ball, and he walks around. But he's good. He's good at what he does. The guy is good. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kamara. Ozil is the best creative midfielder ever seen. He must stay. There's so many questions when you talk about that. You have players like Iniesta, you have players like Xavi, but I still count him one of the maestros in number 10. Saka is the best Arsenal creativity player. He's much better than Ceballos. He creates a lot of chances, but of course, if you put him in that number 10 role, you see how he bring you a lot of nonsense. So number 10 is number 10. Creative midfield is creative midfield. Arsenal have good striking forces, but lacks creative midfielders. Ozil is the solution if Arsenal want to progress. Thank you so much, Kamara. I love your comments, by the way. They are always straight to point. I think we need Ozil, bro, because Arsenal is not in the mood of signing a new attacking midfielder. It's true. It's true. It's true. We are not really in the mood of signing a new creative midfielder. And I still wonder why Arsenal doesn't really humble down and go for Mesut Ozil's, return. This guy should shut up. Okay. Ozil is better than your Ben what? Ben Rama. For the past 3 years, how many chances did Ozil create? Can you please tell me? So for the past 3 years, I'll be getting you that information as soon as possible. What weak side we have? It's not really a weak side. It's not a weak side, though. We need to create. We need to improve a lot. I think against Man City, Ozil will play. I doubt that. I doubt Mikel Arteta is going to give him his match. Pekka disagreement with Ozil. Socrates and Martinelli doesn't help them, but the omission of them in Europa was discussed with them. Discussing with them doesn't really mean that it was right. Doesn't mean it was right. Ozil's still the best player. This is Othman. And Patrick says, with Partey now around, we need Ozil. Of course, this is how Zaha was hated at Manchester United. Mikel should style up and give Ozil a chance. Otherwise, I'm not happy with Mikel. There we go. How many world-class players do we have on the team? How many world-class players we have on the team? I think Leno is world-class. I think Partey is world-class. I think Gabriel Magalhaes is world-class. Aubameyang is world-class. Those are 4. I think we have 4 world-class players. And Mesut Ozil is in our squad. 5 world-class players, in my opinion. Ozil creates a lot of chances and can score goals as well. He is the best. Ozil chances created. Someone wanted this information, Mesut Ozil's statistics at Arsenal, and I'll be very glad to give you such information. Trust me. I'm going to be very glad to give you such information. This is according to the Premier League chart, right? It's according to the Premier League chart, and I'm going to be giving you this information right now. Okay, Premier League record in the Premier League, he has 184 appearances. He has scored 33 goals and 54 assists in the Premier League. 54 assists, 33 goals in 184 Premier League appearances. That is Mesut Ozil for you. So if you want to know much more about Mesut Ozil, the Premier League, that is there. Evil conspiracy by the board and manager to force Ozil out of the club. He is the most creative player in the league. Very sad for his departure. There we go, Patrick. And then Madini says Ozil still has a big role to play at Arsenal. Link between midfield and forwards. Good passer of the ball. With him on the field, Alba can kill many firms. That is Madini. We no longer see clear chances being created at Arsenal. That's true. That is true, Patrick. Ricky Dawson, the midfield needs to be Partey, Elneny, and Ozil. If not Elneny, then Ceballos. Xhaka weakens the team because he's neither defensive, no box to box, no attack. By the way, think about it. Think about it. But he's the most developed player. He's the most progressing player under Mikel Arteta in that midfield, guys. You know that. I'm based in London and I know much about what's going on. Saliba wasn't ready at the moment. Please stop blaming the manager for making this decision. Being in London doesn't mean you're close to Arsenal sources. No. We can't know more than the coaches who have had issues with those from Mourinho at Real Madrid to Emery, Lombard, and now Arteta. Okay, that is a nice opinion. I will take it. Ozil was great during his heydays, but for sure he can't cope with today's Arsenal. Every Arsenal player works very hard, 90 minutes, but Ozil won't. Okay, thank you so much, Pastor Chami. Nice comment. Saka is the best Arsenal creative player. He's much better than Ceballos. That is Getu. Davis, which of the two would you sign if Arsenal had to sign one? Buendia or Benrahma? I would go for Benrahma. Yes, I know Buendia creates a lot of challenges, but I'll go for Benrahma because of his goal scoring abilities from the midfield as well. I think Martinelli will be in the Europa in January because of transfer. Look how Bruno got to Manchester United. Okay, I agree with you absolutely. Of course, he has a chance to get in there if he gets well. Serge Benrahma is a winger. Serge Benrahma is a winger. We have a lot of wingers at the moment. Any of which could join, and Saliba another way. I'm not really going to comment about this. When they suits us, no. He creates so many chances. That is what many Arsenal fans want him. Bro, Arsenal board is lacking hard device. They have always lacked hard device, and I think it's time for them to just get out of our team. I really want Ozil back to the pitch again. This is Ray Nation, and then Ricky Dawson says Arsenal should go on loan, and Saliba should go out on loan, and Arsenal should raise the release clause of Aubameyang. over Pemecano January or next season. Send Saliba to Leipzig on loan as a bait. Okay. What if we add more international striker? Right now we cannot add an international player, but it would be interesting if we got in an international striker, a player who would actually score goals like Aubameyang, because I'm really afraid, of his injury. Alba is fine and fit. That is Taiwo. This is really absolutely buzzing. 1,000 is that 10,000%? Ozil is needed in the team. He's a killer passer and can make Alba score a lot of goals. So we need him. That is GK Construction. Thank you so much. Patrick says Ozil didn't have any attitude. The board is mad with him because of his wages. Ozil will give his best if given a chance. This is a call. Good luck, my man, Ozil. The thing is that people never look at the things we've done in the past, but never the rest. You are the best of the best. You are going to shine again. We've got your back. This is a Moz. Moz. Thank you so much. Mr. Anderson says, first of all, Saliba is 18 or 19 years old. Jesus, is he going to grow? He needs to be loaned out to have much more play time than he currently gets. Ozil does not play and he earns 350k a week. Yeah, I know the problem is with salary. We lack creativity on the team. It's true, and I think that's why many people really sympathize with Ozil. Will Zaha join Arsenal? No chances. Absolutely no chances. Let Mikel tell us why he hates Ozil. Surely he can't give any genuine, clear, and convincing reason. That is Patrick. We should sign Cantwell instead of Buendia. I would go for Buendia. I wouldn't go for Cantwell. Easy decision to let him go, Ozil, if nothing crazy happens with him playing wise. Okay. This is a message should be sent to Arteta and board to keep Ozil. No creative midfielder like him. Give him a chance to play like 2 games. There you go. And then Robert Ntege says, is Ozil going? Robert Ntege from Uganda, we love you so much. The truth is, he might be on his way. He is on his way out of Arsenal. Really hurts, but that is it. Ozil's salary is too big as compared to his, contribution. This is Pastor Charmy. Yeah, it's true. I know. I get to. I can get to the bottom of this right now. The salary is getting. We can give it to another player. This is Ruben. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But okay, I'm so sad for Liverpool. I'm so sad for Liverpool. This is FIFA 21 Liverpooler. Okay. Let Arteta give, but I think Liverpool bounce back. Let Arteta give Ozil a chance. That is Roberts. Problem is political chain issue. Because any other creative midfielder makes scoring easy for strikers than Ozil. Anyone prove me wrong. Fabregas. Remember that season we had just come back to Chelsea. Diego Costa was about to kill us. That crazy man creates chances. But I know Ozil is also, wonderfully superb. But of course, the Iniestas have done that. The Xavis have done that. So, he's not the best of the best, but he's among the best of the best. Problem of the team is, it still continues, bro. Yeah, I know. We cannot really just, wipe out our problems in just one day. Cantwell was alternative over War. Send the link, Kosi. Someone wants to give us the opinion. Okay, there we go. I'll take in some calls. You guys are free with him. I'll take in some calls. Link is in the description if you want to give me a call. Link is in the comment section if you want to give me a call. We are top 4 favorites. Okay. Thank you so much, Jesse. And then Bernard says, where is Ozil moving to? I think after his contract is cancelled, then he can look for a possible destination. What reason why Philippe Coutinho didn't join Arsenal? I think Barcelona decided to stay with him. Jesse says we are top 4 favorites. Where is Ozil going to? Jesse, like I said, after cancelling his contract, he will have to decide where he goes to, and then being top 4 favorites, we have to prove it. Good luck. We're gonna miss you, Ozil. This is Dennis. Thank you so much, Dennis. With Partey, we are going to be top of the race. This is Jesse. And then Nathan, watching our new boy dominate the midfield, really want to see him start against Manchester City. There. What do you think about Elneny, Partey, and Sebastian in the midfield? I think Elneny is good from Dallas, Texas. Yeah, I think Elneny is not a bad player. Elneny is not a bad player. But if you're talking about the quality Arsenal needs to have, then I'm not really buying that he's not his quality, but he's not a bad player. Hello, Noah.
Morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. So much to talk about, but basically the Mesut Ozil thing is catching up and down. What do you think? What do you think about Mesut Ozil, being out of Arsenal anytime?
We should terminate his contract for 3 million. It would give us a profit of around 15.7 million a year on wages.
He wants 13. He wants 13 million. He says he's clinging on to. He wants 13 million, or else he's gonna stay at the club, and he continues getting those outrageous wages.
We should play him if he stays at the club. In my opinion, we should play him.
We should play him.
350k a week. We should pay him.
Yeah, but he has already been dropped out of the Europa League squad. That means he cannot play. He can only play in the home in the home competitions. But if you say we should terminate his contract, and we need creativity, what do you think about that? Who would be the best replacement of Mesut Ozil around the market?
Szoboszlai and Aouar.
You think Aouar would do that?
Yes, absolutely. One of the best creative midfielders out there.
Yeah. Many Arsenal, but come to think about it, Mesut Ozil, has one problem. When he loses the ball, he doesn't want to chase for it. And this is a question I want to put forward. Do you think he would do better in front of Xhaka and Partey because they have a defensive ball? Do you think he would do better than he did before?
Absolutely not. The guy's work ethic is the worst. Real Madrid sold him to Arsenal because of his work ethic. And even if we have Partey and Xhaka, I don't think he work hard.
Okay, so that's the problem. Working hard. If saying that you said you would play him, would you play him on a daily basis? Would you play him every match day, or would you just bring him on from the bench? Would you play him as a backup player? Would he be coming from the bench? Would he a starter? If he decides to stay,
I would play Willian as the number 10 and Ozil as his replacement, and I would play him in the League Cup games as well as the FA Cup games.
Oh, so that to maximize the money he gets at Arsenal.
Absolutely.
Okay. But we are being linked with two players. One is Benrahma and the other is Buendia. Buendia is Premier League proven because he has been with Norwich, and then Benrahma is a very good star in the Championship. Do you think if we let Ozil go, any of those could be a perfect replacement?
I think we should wait for Aouar.
We should wait for Aouar.
Yes. Why spend 27 million on Buendia when we can wait 1.5 months and get Aouar for 45 million?
Do you think Aouar will be 45 million? Because this summer he was 60 million euros, and probably if he gets a good season in there, might be in his price might stretch to 70.
The player wanted to join us. The problem was the agent. He wanted 10 million, and the agent is his brother.
Yeah. Okay, there's so many things to talk about Arsenal. We have so many problems. But Noah, do you think if we don't play Ozil. Chebas is going to give us the creative force we need. Do you think it's going to give us, that creative ability that we have always wanted as Arsenal fans, this season?
Ceballos doesn't work as a 10. He's a number 8. We should play
Yeah,
either Willian
I
or
understand
Saka.
that. Yeah. So you think still we are going to play without a number 10?
Until January.
Until January.
Yes. Or we should play with Willian as the number 10 or Saka. Bukayo Saka.
Okay. Then that means that we cannot play a 4-2-3-1 or something like that. Then that means we can only play something like 4-3-3 or remain with a 3-4-3 that we are playing right now.
We could play with the 4-2-3-1 with we should play Saka as the number 10 and Willian as the left winger.
Okay. Nolan, hello Nolan.
Hello Cozy, How are you,
my man?
I'm fine.
Yeah, we have a big issue at hand. Creativity. Should we let Mesut Ozil go? Should we cancel his contract? Should we give him the 13 million and let him walk away? Yet we have a big problem at the club, which is creativity.
Mesut Ozil could create a lot of chances, but when we defend, it's like playing with 10 men, because he cannot track runners back because he doesn't have the speed. So what we need, blood, is Buendia. Because Ozil has lost the gas or is very lazy. The Paul Pogba of Arsenal. Have you seen how Manchester United got slapped up?
Yeah.
Slapped up. We really have a chance to win the league this year. Liverpool slapped up. But if we get Buendia, because the championship transfer didn't end right now, has intended. If we get Buendia, we can see Aubameyang get 25, 30 goals a season. He will be very, very prolific. So we have a real chance if we get Buendia to win the title.
Buendia to win the title. How about Benrahma? How do you rate Benrahma?
Benrahma, I see a bit of the championship, and Benrahma is a very tactical player, but sometimes can frustrate because he gives the ball away too much. And we need players that can create. But when you see him play, last year he had phenomenal numbers. Phenomenal numbers. That was crazy for Norwich City, for a side that got relegated. How he was playing, mate. How he was playing. If he's in our side, Liverpool come slapped up. So this is not a joke. We could win the title. So I'm very, 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 very optimistic. How do you see it, you? But Buendia is better than Benrahma.
If you talk about winning the title, it really scares me. And I think it's really too early. But if you tell me that maybe Buendia between Buendia and Benrahma, what I really like about Benrahma is his goal scoring abilities. A correct midfielder who can score more goals. He's like another Eden Hazard. Such kind of a player. Can play him as a false 10. So that's why I love him. What I love about him is another Felipe Coutinho. Some kind of player like that. Do you think we should have gone for Felipe Coutinho if we knew that Ozil was going to leave? Would he do the job? Would we do for us the job, right?
Coutinho. What a sensational player, mate. He comes at Arsenal and we will win the Premier League, the Europa League, the FA Cup. Have you seen him with Barcelona? Oh my God. He's like, he was moving on air. If we had got Coutinho, this year was ours. Because if you see Aubameyang, just think about this. Aubameyang, Lacazette, and behind them there's Coutinho. How can you beat that team? It's got pace, creativity, hold-up play, finishing. It's impossible to beat that team. So we really, really had a chance if we could get that kind of talent in our team. I'm telling you, Cozy. Thomas Partey, with Xhaka or Ceballos, with Coutinho up there. Oh my God, it's dreamland, dreamland, Cozy, dreamland.
Dreamland. I love the word dreamland. Let me just get in, let me just get in some of the comments. Arsenal really need to get high quality and creative midfielder who is very intelligent on the pitch before we let Ozil leave the club. Nolan, should we get a replacement before we let him go? I fell in love with Arsenal as a result of their modest and professional philosophy. I never believed in my wildest dreams that Arsenal could be unprofessional with regards to a player. This is Goldwyn. I love your show. Thank you so much, my brother Kisembo. Ozil bro, love the bar. Arsenal is disappointing. Okay, Ozil must be back in the game. Ateta is learning. Mad May. Okay, Ozil should be given a chance. That is Onyango Kennedy. Nathan says we need to terminate his contract for 3 million. We'll get about 15 million on his wages. I shared the link there. You can look at it. You can join me using that link. Can Ozil start for any top 4 teams like Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea? Nolan.
Yes, blood.
Does Ozil start in Liverpool? Does he start in United? Does he start in Chelsea or City?
Ozil right now, I think he wants maybe at United, but not at Chelsea. Because he doesn't track back.
I don't think he starts at United either. United is well positioned. They have a couple of good players in there. I don't think he starts at United either.
But when you see Paul Pogba, I'm telling you, Paul Pogba has been off it. My brother is a United fan, and I'm telling you, Paul Pogba has been off it. I have seen him play. He has been awful. And have you heard what he said? He said that Real Madrid is a very good opportunity. If Ozil said that, Arsenal fans wouldn't let him sleep. I'm telling you, Paul Pogba is disrespecting the club. And Ozil, actually, have you heard the new interview? He's looking happy and maybe could come off the bench to spark things off against the lower sides. So I have changed my option, and I think Ozil could stay, but as a bench player because he cannot play against the cities, the Liverpools, because he doesn't track back. How can we win if we don't track back? 10-man defensive against Liverpool, we'll get slapped up.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nolan. I have someone on the show. Hello, how are you?
Nolan, shut up. Nolan.
Please be more respectful. Please be more respectful on the show. Otherwise, you'll be banned from the studio and you will never come back. Okay, can you kindly tell us the issue going on with Ozil and Mikel Arteta? Nolan, do you think this is anything personal between Arteta and Ozil?
Can you repeat?
Yeah. Do you think there is something going on between Ozil and Arteta that is personal and is that is unprofessional?
Yes, because Ozil is lazy. Sometimes he even angers me. What a lazy man. When you see the new Smith Rowe, Willock, how can they learn from him if he's lazy? He's a problem, but he's a problem that has too much quality to get rid of.
Yeah.
So he's a problem, but with opportunity. So let's see. But I think Arteta will change his mind once Ozil starts playing because he's a fantastic player. Oh my God.
I love you, Nolan. I love you so much. You make these shows so interesting. Nathan. Nathaniel. I think he's not there. And this is Christopher Kumakech. Christopher, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Nice to have you on the show.
Yes.
Yeah. Mesut Ozil, the mighty man of Arsenal, the mighty big eyes, is becoming a problem. And we have to decide on two things. Do we let him go? Does he stay? What is your take on that?
Actually, concerning about the Ozil, I think Ozil should be stay. Maybe just they should give him a chance so that he can show the club that he can do something to the club. Maybe I think let them give him time so that he can stay to the club until the day he decided he can go.
You know, if he went, if he leaves the club, obviously there is a big problem. We are lacking creativity, and if he lose, he leaves the club, that means we are losing another creative player. That means we only have one creative midfielder actually, who is Ceballos. The other would be Smith Rowe. You have Joe Willock, who are not good enough, of course, and then you would also have Willian, who can play as a winger, a left winger or right winger, and then as a number 10. Do we need to sign anyone if he leaves? Do you think we should go out to the market, bring in another creative midfielder, or we should use those players that are around the club?
I think the best option is to go and look for another person, like those players, or if Arsenal can maybe afford Ewa, that is the best option should Arsenal choose, so that maybe that guy, that is the thing that we like from Arsenal. I think will be the best. I'll say my.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll be trying to get in, so many people as possible. Karim.
Yes, hello.
How are you doing, Karim?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm here talking about Mesut Ozil with my friends like you, fellow Gunners, discussing, on this podcast, the future of Mesut Ozil. Is it time? Are we sure it is time up? Should we let him go?
Yeah, I think it should have been if it should have been gone by now already, because you really saw it, because Ateta didn't want him, and he was objecting to get cards. Now all of a sudden I heard that Arsenal fired the mascot, then he wanted to pay him. That is just bogus. You understand? Yeah, that is like playing. I don't know, even I don't even have a way to say it, but it was dumb, man. You had to go.
Is Ozil's problem on the pitch, Karim? Is Ozil's problem on the pitch? Is it that Is it that he's poor on the pitch, or his problem is a little bit official? This kind of pay cuts. What exactly is the problem between Ozil and us?
The problem, I think, both. He was good on the pitch, but he's kind of lazy, and Ateta wants you when you lose the ball, you have to chase the ball, and he doesn't want to do that. It's just because he doesn't, but he can't. And then they stopped playing him, and then I think he got mad. So when they say they wanted to take cuts, he refused. So that's what's up.
Okay. So you are a man of Ozil arms.
I was a man of Ozil. I was a man of Ozil. I still love him, but he had to go, man. He had to go.
You had to go.
Mm.
I'll bring on Nolan there. Nolan.
Yes, blood.
Yeah, we are here, saying that maybe Mesut Ozil, needs to go. How do you compare our midfield without Mesut Ozil, without a great midfielder? How do you compare our midfield with the top 6 clubs right now?
We will probably rank fifth, sixth. Without Ozil, that midfield is too static. But with Ozil, we are defensively bad. So Ozil can play in the teams that are not in the top 6, that won't cause us trouble. Playing for example, if we play Southampton, Ozil will be the spark. Him on Aubameyang, oh my god, you will see a team there. Aubameyang and Ozil linking up, those flicks, those runs, that would be amazing. That would make me cry. Arsenal, if we get Buendia, as I told you earlier, we would win the league. If we get a war, bring the league home because we have so many good players. People don't realize. Now we have added Thomas Partey, Thomas Partey. Come on, Thomas. You will see. He will be. He will screen that defense so well that, for example, if we put Socrates, he will look world class with Thomas Partey in front of him. That's how good he is. So we have really promising talent. We have really promising players, and if we build on this team with adding a camp, that team would look dangerous. Not only on the break, but then we can start playing from the back out. Arteta ball, as we have seen it, amazing playing out from the back. I've not seen a team play this good from the back, so we really have a chance. But I'm Ozil in right now. Ozil in.
Christopher,
Yes.
what do you make about Nolan's argument that if we brought in a player like Hausema or Buendia, we would win the league? Does Buendia make us the best midfield ever right now in the Premier League? Does it make us the best midfield in the Premier League among the clubs? Look at Liverpool; they have Thiago somewhere, they have Jota, they have Gigi Wijnaldum, they have Henderson. You look at City; they have De Bruyne, they have Fernandinho, they have Bernardo Silva. Look at Manchester United; they have Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, they have Van der Beek. Tottenham are decent as well. Does Hausema or Buendia make us the best Premier League, the best Premier League midfield?
I think actually in our mid there's creativity that we lack most. I think Awa will be the best if you actually can afford to buy him in this domestic transfer. Because if you see Awa is the player that Arsenal are mostly lacking in that area. Because I think if we buy Awa, we can even I'm sure we can even finish at the top of the Premier League. So I think Awa will be the best signing if Arsenal can afford him.
Okay, we would go for Hausema as the best player. I want to add someone as well here, and that is Nathaniel. Nathaniel, are you there?
How are you? Good.
Yeah. Question is coming in. If we brought in a creative midfielder of the quality of Felipe Coutinho of Hausema, would it make us one of the best midfields? Or would it make us the best midfield in the Premier League right now? Would we be able to, surpass the quality of United, surpass the quality of Liverpool and City, and Chelsea as well?
In my opinion, I want to see Hausim our next summer. Hopefully, they will be best midfield for next summer. So that's very important. Hausim our, if we get Hausim our, that would be great for Arsenal. And
Right.
Mesut Ozil, he should stay at Arsenal. Why he left, I don't know. I'm very sad because Arteta gave him chance one time. I want to see him one time to play.
I have someone who someone naming themselves Deluded. Hello, Deluded. Deluded. I think are you there, Deluded? I think he is not there. I think he's not there. I'll just continue with the panel as we had it before. I'll add Nolan. I'll add Karim. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna put up this question. If we had Ozil play if we had Ozil play for Arsenal this season, where would we finish? That's the, as simple as that. If we had Ozil come back in our squad with all the creative, with all the midfield we have and so on, where would we finish? I'll start with Nolan.
We will finish third, blood. Third safely, strolling to the league, winning matches, and I think with Ozil, we get creativity, but we can take him out of the games where we play against the big six, and we can hit them on the counter. Klopp, I heard him speak after the game, and he said he was very happy with the performance because he thought in his mind he had a chance of losing. So if you remember against Unai Emery, we were getting slapped up, chance after chance they were scoring. But now, Michael Arteta is back. He's at the wheel, and you will see 2 years from now he gets a cam. We win the league. Oh, Arsenal.
Thank you so much, Nolan. Thank you so much. Next person is Karim. If we had Mesut Ozil come back in the league, for us, playing in the Premier League, where would we finish? Would we win the league? Would we in position? Where would we finish?
I think we should finish like fourth because I think Ozil, his time is out, man. His time is out. I think we should. We can like finish like fourth. We need a player who is still young, who can run. The player who loses the ball and can run and get it. But Ozil, I don't think he's not that good, man.
No. Okay. Komakech, what's your opinion? Where would we finish if we had Ozil come back on the pitch?
I think actually, before I start, I would like actually to say that Ozil, first of all, a player and the coach, they must understand each other so that for them, like for Team Arsenal, we need a player who is young. I think if Ozil, I don't think so Arsenal can even finish top 4 because I think even the man is actually not.
Please be calm. The studio, let everybody get their talking space and everybody's gonna come in. Please continue, Komakech.
I mean, Yani, in my opinion, I think Ozil, if he come to Arsenal, if he return to the pitch, I don't think so we can finish top 4 because we need a young player who has a physicality and quality, and who has.
Okay, problems there, but I think you got his, you got opinion. Okay, guys, it has been such a wonderful stream, and I'm gonna end it at this. However, I promise I'll be coming live on a daily basis, so make sure you hit the notification button, you subscribe and hit the notification button, so whenever we come live, you can come on the Arsenal podcast and give us your opinion. Thank you so much.
Come on, you Gunners.